I like whipped cream.
And well, you know, this recipe was really too easy.
Is it too easy?
This was too easy, yeah.
It's not easy for you. See that? Ow!
And now,
You know, we're out of time.
we're out of time.
Yeah.
Well, we're just going to have to cut something out of the middle. On this show, that's not going to be hard to do. My nose is running already.
Already? I mean, we're not even into this show and your nose is running.
What can I do?
So yes, we have these new wireless mics. See?
What was all that noise?
So we don't have those long cords hanging out of our butts anymore.
Did they do a sound check? Are we all right?
I think they were doing a sound check when you were telling us about the hamburger you ate whole last night.
I did. I swallowed a hamburger whole last night. Boy.
But you don't know what this is.
Looks like a little baseball bat.
Well, it's not.
It's not.
This is a bed snake bat.
Bed snake bat.
Yes. And it's the latest thing in birth control. Now, you know, we try to bring our viewers things that really can help you in your everyday life. Okay?
Barbara, what would you do with that?
Well, here it is. It says, you have in your hand the most efficient birth control device ever invented. After years of careful research, the scientists at Lion Laboratories have discovered that pregnancy is caused by the venom of a small snake called the bed snake. After many hours of painstaking research through hundreds of trials and error inventions, we have produced what we feel is the most effective means of combating these little creatures. This is a device every woman must have, and we ask you to follow the directions and don't let the bed snakes bite. And it says here that bed snakes sneak up in all different places. It says the instructions are to put your hand through the bat, okay, through the leather strap, and stay at least 8 feet away from the snake when it's ready to attack. It says that you should hit it at least 3 times until it's unconscious.
Oh, boy.
And never allow your body to be near the snake. It says here, bed snakes are found in all parts of the world. Did you know that? And they pop up at any time. In back seats of the cars, bathrooms, back alleys, and dark, grassy fields. So be alert all the time and always have your bed snake killer right in hand.
All right. All right. All right. That's a good thing. Barbara, where would you buy a thing like that?
Well, you can buy bed snake beaters at Spencer's. Spencer's for gifts, yes, yes.
You didn't buy that, though, did you?
I certainly did.
No.
And it has official bed snake bat. Kill those little buggers. And it even has letters.
This is a cooking show.
Oh, what are we making
tonight? This is a cooking
tonight?
show. We're making I don't know, it's an Oriental thing that goes on a bed of rice, and this is the rice. And we got to put this on first.
It's an Oriental thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it has no name.
Well, it's got pork and water chestnuts and bean sprouts and a lot of stuff like that.
Well, we'll call this recipe Pork Shangri a la John. How's that?
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Do you like that name?
Now, we got to stir that up there a little bit. That's great. We'll call it that.
Well, I could stir it with my bed snake. So now you know they're multi-purpose.
Okay, all right.
I think I'm going to keep this because you never know.
Boy, these cordless mics are great. We can just run all over the place.
I know, we don't have to trip
This
and
is great.
everything.
Now we're going to put 1 tablespoon olive oil in here. All right.
But that's not really Oriental, Chinese, or Japanese, isn't it?
Rice is.
Oh, okay. Rice and olive oil.
Yeah, and a little bit of salt. Barbara, don't you burn that spoon.
No, I'm not burning the spoon. But I was thinking, since this
that's
is
enough.
rice, could
Now-
you make popcorn out of rice?
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
No. Now put the lid on it and let it do its
Put
thing.
the lid on this.
Yes, please.
Now, what are you doing there?
This is pork.
That's pork.
Pork loin.
And you're cutting it into cubes.
I'm cutting it up. Yes.
Now, this is a wok.
That's
I
a
know
wok.
this from the home show.
And we're going to put a little sesame oil in there.
Sesame oil.
Yeah, that's very Oriental.
I think you need to pop that open.
Yes. I've had this can of sesame oil for about 4 years, and it doesn't, because you don't use much, you know?
Okay, now I see this on other cooking shows.
Do you?
Yes, where they just kind of swish it around. And then they look at the camera and they smile.
Boy.
Now, why are we putting oil in here if this is a non-stick pan?
Well, because it's sesame oil, it's for the flavor.
Oh, okay.
Sesame oil is very good.
Okay, so we're not worried about it sticking to the pan.
No, but it'll help it from it'll keep it from sticking, too.
Are you feeling better tonight?
I feel terrible.
I know.
Yesterday, I was in a dentist chair for 5 hours.
Really?
Yes, 5 hours.
Why? Are you rotting away or something?
Yeah, my 25-year-old caps were all worn out, and underneath them was all decay and bad stuff.
Really?
And they took all of them out over here, all the way. 8 of them.
So all these teeth in the front now that look like Bugs Bunny are only temporary?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
When I first saw him, I thought he was going to be like the chipmunk.
Yeah. Boy.
And I'll tell you something. You think that he's grumpy normally. With teeth problems, he's no walk in the park.
Boy. We're gonna put 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds in here.
Sesame seeds. Now,
Yes,
these
yes.
are very bad. Speaking of teeth, these are your worst nightmare.
Sure.
Because they get
Sure.
caught inside your teeth. And if you have dentures, that could be very
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
And if you're on a first date, that is gross. That is, you know, if you're on a first date and you think you're making points and all of a sudden you lean in for that, you know, little smooch and you got these honkers in your teeth, I can guarantee no sexual favors.
You know how long it's been since I was on a first date?
Really?
Gee.
Did they date back then?
Yes. Yeah, we had big front seats in the cars, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see? They must have known
What
that.
do they do nowadays where they got that thing in between the seats on a car?
I don't know. I don't hang out in cars. I think that's what motels are for.
We didn't have no motels.
But see, on the bed snake thing, it said grassy knolls, so you just had to pull up to a grassy knoll. Otherwise, you got a stick shift up your butt. And that could be confusing in the dark. Not that I have had this experience personally.
Barbara, you are so bad.
Well, did you kiss on the first date and all?
Usually, yeah. What else is there to do?
Well, when I was dating, it was the 70s, you know, and you didn't die from stuff. You just took a pill and it cleared it up. Now, life's different.
Now, you know what this is?
Is that like in the same family as the bed snake?
No. This is a leek.
That's a leek.
This is a leek.
So you take your leek and what do you do with it?
Yes. You slice it up. We'll slice it.
Slice it up.
It's kind of like a big onion, like a big scallion,
Then why don't you just use a scallion?
because they don't come this big.
Okay, I have a cooking show question. Is your meat supposed to foam?
No. 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 Keep stirring. Now this is the almonds. We're going to put some almonds in there.
Almonds. Okay,
almonds,
so
yeah.
foaming meat is not a good sign.
No. No, no,
Does that mean it's rabid?
no. No, that's the water that comes out of the meat.
Oh, okay.
And it will boil away in that wok.
It will boil away. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
there's no need for concern if you're trying to
No, not
follow
at
this
all.
recipe at home.
We're not going to eat this food anyhow. What do we care?
Well, we need some... We do need
That's
some...
the way people feel in restaurants. You know, when they're back there making your hamburger at Denny's, they don't care.
Well, I'll tell you, the other night that we taped our show, we actually tried to go to Denny's afterwards, because we certainly don't want to eat this. And there was a line outside of Denny's. I couldn't believe it. People were actually waiting to get into Denny's. I went to Denny's only because it's his favorite restaurant.
That's great. Denny's is a good restaurant.
So then we had to go somewhere else.
You don't have to read. They got pictures on the menu.
And you are so proud because now your granddaughter works at Denny's.
Yes, she does.
I know. This was like a big family thing.
At the pie case, she sells ice cream.
That's right. She works at the ice cream counter.
Yeah, yeah.
So we went in there on her first night to buy ice cream to be supportive. And he said that if she didn't scoop faster, she wasn't going to make any money.
Boy, she was scooping awfully slow.
Well, it was her first night.
Yeah, well.
You know, it takes a while to learn that scooping action.
Yeah. But she was awfully slow. That's probably the way she got pregnant. Boy. Now, this is a little cilantro.
Oh, good. I'm glad we had some color. This was too boring beige.
That was cilantro.
This it made it smell, too, which is not bad.
Nice. That's got a nice smell
to it. Oh, look
to
at that. It matches my outfit. Look at the green.
I got my mushroom slicer fixed that you broke.
Oh, let me show you something I have for mushrooms. Wait, this is a mushroom brush. And you take it out. Watch.
I already washed these, Barbara.
Okay, well, no. Look at that. There's pookies on that.
That is not pookie.
And you scrub your mushroom. Uh-oh. It's a little mutilated.
This is something new for Barbara. She usually smokes these things.
No! Look how clean I'm getting that mushroom. And then you can even have a texture to it.
Really?
Yes. Do you see the texture to that mushroom?
Yes. It's all worn out. What are you doing? God.
Well, now it's really clean. No, I didn't ruin it.
It's all rusty and awful. Boy.
Hey, I paid $3 for this mushrooms thing.
You think you can get your money back? You think you'll...
Well, if it doesn't work on mushrooms, you could use it as a nail brush.
Where did you get that? Oh, the stir, Barbara.
Oh, okay. Oh, my spoon is hot. Ow. I left it in the pan.
Oh, boy. God. Gee. Oh,
boy, I thought I almost had a workers' comp claim.
Boy. Boy, oh, boy.
This is not as easy as it looks, let me tell you. This is a big challenge.
Now, these are water chestnuts. You got a lot of water chestnuts.
Water chestnuts.
Water chestnuts,
Now, why
yeah.
do they call them water chestnuts?
Well, because they grow in the water.
Ew. Okay, well, now what happens when this gets really white
When
and
it's all,
beige?
oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Now we're going to put that in a bowl. Oh, that's doing well.
Is it?
Now let's stir that a little bit.
Which? Well, I could have just used the other end of that.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Oh, that's just wonderful.
Do you think so?
So let's just leave the lid off.
That looks mushy.
Let's leave the lid off for a little while now.
Okay.
Let it cook a couple more minutes. and
Okay, okay.
It's going to be done. All right.
Thank you. Oh, you know what else I found in the store today? Let me show you this.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, these are called fundies.
Fundies.
F-U-N-D-I-E-S. And, because you know I have a panty fetish, and they are panties for two. See that? Can you figure that one out?
Well, I'm going to try not to. Yeah.
Well, I thought that the name really described them beautiful fundies, and I was going to take them home with Stan the Trash Man and see if we couldn't fit in them. You know, it's hard when you don't really cook, because you have to try to keep this interest happening at home.
Oh, now we've got to put this...
Otherwise, you could be replaced by someone that has a real job.
No, we gotta put this in this bowl now, Barbara.
Okay, we're putting that in the bowl.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now we'll put that. Well, maybe I ought to rinse that out a little bit.
You think you should rinse it out?
Yeah, just for fun. Yeah. It doesn't really have to be, but make a little steam. Looks good.
Okay.
All right.
Makes it look like we're officially cooking.
Yes. All right.
Now what happens?
We want to put some oil in there. Yeah.
More oil.
Vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil? So you use 3 different kinds of oil with this?
No, this is 2 kinds. No, 3 kinds. I guess it is 3. Olive oil. Yeah.
I know how to count.
This really should be peanut oil, but
peanut oil. Okay, so now we'll make believe this is peanut oil.
Yes.
That's the beauty of television. It's all make believe.
Boy, you got that right. Whew. All right. Now.
So what happens when this kind of gets mushy?
It's fine. Just leave it. It's doing just very well. Just leave it alone. Let it cook there, Barbara.
Oh! See? Get frying glasses, quick! Here, you can use these.
No, thanks. I don't think so.
Okay, I'm ready.
Now we've got to cook these vegetables. Okay.
You should have cut these carrots up smaller.
No.
Someone will eat this and choke and die.
No, they're going to be crunchy, but that's the way we
What,
want
were
them.
you lazy?
They're going to be crunchy because that's the way we want them. Now let me tell you, the heat is all in the bottom of that pan in the middle, and so keep this stuff moving around so it gets all of it gets to the middle. So that's where it's really hot.
Well, I'm kind of doing.
That's why they call this a wok. All right.
Is that true? Mm-hmm. I learned so much from this man.
Boy.
I think you should take these back and cut them in half.
What?
These are too long.
They're just wonderful. Put them back
they'll
in.
get right caught in your throat and you'll die.
They're wonderful. Put them in there. A little salt.
Okay, I need another spoon.
A little salt.
Okay, two-handed method. Now this tool, I'm not quite sure what it's for, but it's curved like your wok. What do you think this is for?
Now this is a little red pepper. Just
red
give
pepper.
Give it a little bit of a zip, yeah.
Zip.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I don't know. You may need to serve this with some Alka-Seltzer. Uh-oh, one got away.
Barbara, you really don't need this.
No.
You really don't need it.
Look how pretty.
Yeah, well, look. Just keep like this.
This is my part.
Okay, all right. Have fun. All right.
We're back.
Are we back?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that it's calmed down, I can remove my frying glasses.
Yes.
See, it's important to know when to wear them.
So I want to take the rice over here, all right?
Okay, well now here's what, since that rice is not done.
This rice is done.
It's watery.
It's done.
That is not done. That's watery rice. Okay, well he's putting it on the bottom so you'll never know the difference.
No, it's off the side.
Well, you know what it is, though? When you go to a Chinese restaurant, you don't get a knife, usually.
You don't get a knife.
So if you were served this, what would you do?
I'd get a knife.
But they don't give you knives.
If you make enough noise, they will. They got knives.
I noticed that there's one more ingredient left there on
That's right. We got to be doing that.
That's right, so that we don't leave anything out.
There's 2 more. There's bean sprouts.
Okay, bean sprouts.
Yeah, bean sprouts. But the bean sprouts didn't have to really get cooked a lot, so we put them last.
Okay, we cook them last.
And then this is teriyaki sauce.
Teriyaki.
Yes.
Oh, this is really authentic.
All right. Oops. A little in there.
A little potent. Don't put your face over the food. That's a stovetop tip. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking that I should go through all of our old shows and get all of my stovetop tips and put a little book out like that lady Eloise does. I'm sure that I have more tips on jewelry and shopping than she does.
How many of these dumb shows have we done?
I'm caught.
Barbara, let me borrow this from you. God. Boy, we better turn that fire off.
Oh, turn the fire off.
Good girl, yeah.
Another stovetop tip. Don't have your flame on while you are not cooking.
Okay.
And then you should always have someone that can clean your stove.
This is looking good. Okay, now, we're going to put this back in here.
We're putting that back in.
Yeah,
okay.
All right, all right.
So now we're cooking it twice.
Yes.
Does that mean this is twice cooked pork?
That's what it is, twice cooked pork.
Okay.
That's what it is. Oh,
Is this like refried beans?
That looks so good. Oh, boy. Barbara, they're not.
You know what? I'm having a little trouble here. Well,
3 years we've been doing this show, and she still can't stir.
Well, you know what it is what's throwing me off is the wok thing. Because it's the sides slide up, so the food just automatically wants to escape.
Do you remember when about the second or third show, we got a letter? Remember the letter, what it said?
It said, I watched this show and you guys don't know anything about food preparation.
No, what it said,
Not that one, okay.
No, what that letter said was, it's a pretty good show, but you should dump the redhead. That's what it said.
I don't recall that letter. Oh, you know, before we got out of here, I put some makeup on him and I got it in his eye, and his eye was all red and puffy.
She gets this cheap makeup that people give her. And, boy,
well, I couldn't use it at home because it made me break out, so I brought it for him.
Stuff is like sand. Well, anyhow, there is our dish. It's all done.
Okay, we're calling this dish... Ow!
What happened?
It's hot!
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to get it on our sky cam, but I can't.
Usually when something comes off the stove, it'll be hot. That is really hot. That is really That is hot.
I'm getting a shot of it on our sky cam.
Set it down right here and I'll turn the fire off.
Okay.
Set it down right on the stove.
This is heavy as well. So this is good aerobic exercise.
Okay, set it down right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that on the sky cam?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Pork Shangri, another successful dish line.
All right. Okay, so we're putting that in that bowl. And we have here 2 chicken eggs.
Chicken eggs.
2 chicken eggs, right. Whoa.
Yolks, shells, and everything.
All right. You know, those eggs look like they're a little bit old.
They do.
I got them at the ranch market, right down in the corner here.
You know, this is the first time I've seen you with glasses on.
Oh, I don't wear glasses. No wonder the egg broke. All right. I can't see a thing. With glasses on, I cannot see a thing. All right, now.
I was just going to get that bug flew by. You know, it's getting warmer, and now we're getting a lot more bugs in the garage.
Now this is another layer of the celery.
Oh, I'm sorry!
What do you do? What do you do? Hit the audience?
No, I went for the bug.
Cool.
I went for the bug, and I had some stuff on the spoon. Sorry.
Oh God! Did you hit the audience? We're probably going to get sued.
No. Is this our next layer?
That's your next layer.
Okay.
Now smooth and all over. Now, yeah. You know, you've lost a little weight since last season.
Yes, I have. Thank you for noticing.
Yes.
Thank you for noticing.
Yes. You bought a new bra. Got 'em.
Actually, I'm not wearing a bra tonight.
You're not. Maybe that's why it looks like a new one. Well, I'm just, you know,
I'm speechless. So how many patties will you make?
4.
4 patties.
4, that's all. And if I had a plate, I could put this patty on a plate.
Oh, well, let me find you something photogenic.
She is so helpful. Oh, isn't that nice? Whatever happened to that sponsor we used to have that sold those plates?
You pissed them off.
Oh, boy. Now,
okay, so now at this point you would put this in a pan.
Yes.
And you would cook it for how long?
An hour and a half at 350.
At 350?
Hour and a half at 350.
Okay.
That's right. We're going to put it in a pan right now.
Let's put it in a pan right now.
Are you sure
it's mixed up good.
What happened to our pan? Oh, is this our pan? No, this isn't our pan.
Where's our pan? That is your pan.
This isn't going to work. This isn't the pan.
What do you mean that's not the pan?
Well, because when this comes out of the oven, it's going to be in a different pan.
Well,
That's
Can I
fine.
clean my gloves up, please?
Now, we've got a strange recipe. I don't know where it came from. Royal dug it up somewhere. And it's cauliflower soup.
Cauliflower soup.
Cauliflower soup, yes.
Now, we've never made this before.
Never. I've never
Ooh,
tried
it looks like a
cauliflower.
brain, doesn't it?
You know, how would you know, Barbara?
He must have had a nap. That's all I can say.
Oh, boy. You're going to ask me what we're making tonight.
Yeah, it's like you have mental telepathy.
Yes, because you always have asked me what we're making tonight.
Well, you know, though, they
This
say
is the
that if
sixth
you...
year you've asked me that.
Well, but I thought it was, you know, if you work with somebody a really long time, you just get to be on their wavelength. Don't you think?
No, I hope not. I hope not. This doesn't even have... Yes, here it is. Chicken and... What does that say?
Chicken and potato, which is spelled wrong. Basilicos.
What is that?
You know, it's that tiger oil or whatever you have on. What do you have on?
It's my Lucky Tiger hair oil.
Lucky Tiger hair oil.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, run the garbage disposal while the show's on.
All right. Okay, now read it again.